Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this video we're going to come back around to a conversation that we've been having quite a bit in these video updates, and that is, let's not forget about reflation. And it's amazing how quickly the market sort of loses the focus on reflation. When the triple Qs took off, we saw some momentum in tech. But yes, it took some of the luster off this trade, and this was moving sideways. But today we're finally seeing that crude oil market break out of the range. And this has been a play that is, well, in many ways reopening related, because we can talk about gasoline in that regard. It's definitely reflation related. It doesn't hurt that the US dollar has been rolling over some, so that sure won't hurt that there's been some weakness in the dollar. And ultimately what we want to remember is where all the different ramifications for this are. So this is not just a trade for futures traders. This is a trade for stock traders as well, when they're focusing on energy stocks, when they're focusing on what is going to move higher as crude moves higher. And I think today's move in crude, while we might see a little bit of a stall or an inside day tomorrow, what we were able to get some escape velocity from was this volume node right in here, this volume, I like to call them ledges, right? That volume right in there, very interesting. 2 points of control, and we've been stuck, gravitational pull, and then boom, we were able to explode out of that. And so the idea here is, now where can we go? What would be the next target to the upside? And I'll start looking at some swing highs, gang. That's what I'll be looking at. What are some of the swing highs that we can focus on from here? But I am looking eventually for this market to retest at least the 65 area, and maybe even start making a run for 68. Okay, and that's going to be on crude oil. What is that going to mean? Keep an eye on your oil stocks. Keep an eye on Schlumberger, Halliburton, Exxon, Chevron. Keep an eye on Explorers, and don't just start at the heavily weighted stocks of these ETFs, but go down the list a little bit. Go see what else is in play when you look at the XLE beyond Chevron and Exxon. What else is on that list? EOJ, Schlumberger, Marathon. Marathon's actually a position long that we have in sector secrets. So a lot of you that follow the futures, you will know there is impact on the underlying stocks, or the stocks that are tethered to that narrative. Here's a trade on Marathon, just a quick move to the upside after we scooped that up yesterday. So yeah, these are going to be related to crude. And I think when you understand what currencies and commodities tell you, a futures first mindset, it opens the rest of the market up in a way that it couldn't if all you were looking at was stocks and stocks only. Okay, so keep that in mind. I think the edge that you get as a futures trader is tremendous. The edge that we have in reflation with long copper, long crude, long gas. We're going to talk about copper, gold, silver, bonds, and the Canadian dollar in the premium video. Lots to like in this market, gang. And also, for those of you that are looking at, say, YM and transports and industrials, let's not forget the Dow futures, the Dow and the heavily weighted stock sectors within it are going to still be disproportionately benefiting from the reflationary environment. And if you wanted to see if reflation is back, look no further than crude and copper. All right, I'll see you in the next update.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me